to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Buckeyes ready to kick it away first. Deep in the end zone, it's Beal. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Hoosiers offense who will have the football first. They'll be matched up against one of the best secondaries in the country.
Hey, man, I can't wait to watch this chess match today. This defense, they are so buttoned up, man. They are dialed in. They know exactly who they are. They can run zone. They can run man. They can stop the run. Like, they make things really hard for quarterbacks, Jesse. And this quarterback on the other side, he's pretty dang good. So I'm excited to see this matchup.
He's really good. He just has to be keyed in on timing. The ball has to come out on time. You can't stare things down against this defense because they're going to make you pay. And they try to make you see ghosts. I think one of the really good things about this defense is that they do a nice job disguising their coverages and changing the picture pre-snap to post-snap. So we know this quarterback physically, obviously, one of the most talented in the country, but mentally today, he has got to be sharp.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Finds his man. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
And this offense is a pretty smart offense, and they're going to use their guys and their weapons all kinds of different ways. And you see it right out the gates in this football game. Getting your running back in space, running the real route, getting him matched up on the matchup you want so you can take advantage. This offense will do this all throughout the game.
And obviously, huge shoes to fill if you're Indiana's offense this season, having to replace a Heisman Trophy winner in Fernando Mendoza, David. And it's not going to be easy. And obviously, you go to the portal and you try to bring the next guy in. But honestly, when you look at Indiana's quarterback play, it goes even beyond Fernando Mendoza to Curtis Rourke the year before that. They have been so consistent at this position as of late.
Yeah, and
snags it and he's open. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Holds on, it's Marsh. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes, please. Offensive coordinator Jesse, I'm giving him an A+ so far for checking those boxes.
Well, and he's done a good job getting his quarterback prepped for this one, too, because watching this guy throw the ball, he's making quick decisions, and he's throwing the ball with a lot of conviction. You can tell this guy watched a lot of film. He has the answers to the test early in this game.
Driving forward, it's Beebe. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Hoosiers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Out wide right, it's Marsh. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone is on that track.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Indiana! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Ohio State's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes Julian Sayers, more than 350 yards and a pair of scores in his last game.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little win streak right now, and the biggest reason why is because the play of the guy behind center. He has been lights out.
There he goes! The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the touchdown Buckeyes! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Quick give. It's Beebe. Turning it on. Bulldozes his way through. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Swapped immediately.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Between the hashes, it's Marsh. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Got the first down, and he's brought down after a nice gain. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Got an alley.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds a man in the middle.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Running inside, it's Jackson. Pushes ahead for one, it's 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
To the air. It's Sayin. Quick catch. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Buckeyes will punt this one away. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the first down. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Tells to run, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Turns it loose. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Here's Sayin to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, these 4-3 defensive ends that can get pressure on quarterbacks, they get paid a lot of money in the National Football League, and that's why. You can get out of your stance and win it around the edge to get to the QB. Not many guys do it as well as that.
In the backfield, it's Rodgers across the 25. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Jackson. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. Throw to
the end zone. It's picked off. Touchdown, Indiana! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get, at minimum, tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Hoosiers. A pick six. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on Ohio State's sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Sayin. Rush right in his face. Right side, it's Jackson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Catches it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Last time they hit it, the long missed field goal ended the drive. The idea, get a little deeper in plus territory this time around. Off play action on first down. A strike downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Finds his big tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Second and long here. Sets his feet. It's Hoover. Lets it fly. Stopped just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That's just an obvious face mask penalty there. No way you're getting away with it. Got to keep your composure there. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. On the delay, it's Beebe. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Out wide right, it's Marsh. Maybe a pickup of 2, and they'll stop him right there. And that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. He's past the sticks. To running room. Running inside the 20. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you can hand it off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Right side, it's Barker. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Hoosiers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Taken down right away. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense. A big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul, but I'm trying to put some...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Look out! He's sacked. This defense all over it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Saying fires to the big fella. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's take a look at the USF Bulls taking on the Kent State Golden Flashes.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Guys, I did catch up with Coach Signetti coming out of the locker room. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team. Somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Throw it. Say it. Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
Finds a tight end down the gut, and he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Jackson. He's got enough. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Say it. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for him. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
Got some green grass. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. On the RPO, got it. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hits inside, it's Beebe. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. Back to pass, it's Hoover. He's got it down the middle. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Hoosiers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On the delay, it's Richard. Sweet cut there. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
The Hoosiers are facing 3rd and inches. Looking to throw for it. The quick out. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Haul that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
The run inside. It's Jackson. And he's brought down after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. From the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. And the Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Catches it at the 15. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in from the Hoosiers sideline. Guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game. And the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
Holly, thank you.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Turns it upfield. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the 2nd half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the 1st down yardage. And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Right back to the well. He's got the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time and try to get their offense the football back?
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Indiana! And the pummeling has started. On to attempt to try. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quick give. It's Jackson. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's Sayin to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Sets his feet. It's Sayin. Rushes on. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Again, it's Sayin. Good timing on the quick out.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
He's past the marker. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Sayin throws to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.